Okay, so let's assume that there is a boy you like or there's a girl you like. The first thing you do is you are going to assume they are a bad person, and then you are going to study them and you see the good person inside of them. Or if you assume someone is a good person, you are going to realize that they are a bad person. That's the same with the proof by contradiction in mathematics. So in order for us to prove that the square root of 2 is irrational, the first thing is we assume that it is what? We assume that it is rational. So assume rational. So after we assume that it is rational, a rational number is any number that can be written in the form p divided by q, where this is a fraction in its lowest form. So this is a fraction in its lowest form. So if we assume this, we are able to square both sides, so that we are going to have the square root of 2 squared is equals to p squared divided by q squared, which will give us 2 is equals to p squared divided by q squared. And we can make p the subject of the formula, which will give us p squared is equals to 2q squared. But then if p squared is equals to 2q squared, it means that p is an even number. And if p is an even number, it means we can write p in the form p is equals to 2k. If we can write p in terms of 2k, we can substitute 2k instead of p, so that we have 2k squared is equals to 2q squared. And here this is going to give us 4k squared is equals to 2q squared. And with this over here, I'm able to cancel the 2 with 1 2 in the 4, so that I have 2k squared is equals to q squared. And with this over here, it also means that q is even, as you can see, because this is 2 times something. So q is even. So if q is even, I could say q is equals to 2m. And if I put it here, I'm going to have 2m squared is equals to 2k squared, which is 2k squared is equals to 4m squared. And I can cancel, so that I have 2m squared, which means k is also even. So as you can see, I can repeat doing this again and again, so that I'm going to prove that I assume that this guy over here, it's in its lowest form, but it's not, because p divided by q is the same as 2k divided by 2m. And as you can see, 2k divided by 2m is not a fraction in its lowest form. So as a result, I'm able to cancel the 2, so that I have k over m. So as you can see, I've proved by contradiction that the square root of 2 is not rational. And if something is not rational, it means it is irrational. So this is the same with what happens in real life when you see someone you like. Thank you.